Hello, Henry and Bex here, and welcome back to Xbox On. It's kind of hard to believe that the Xbox Series X and S have been with us for a month now. The next generation is well underway, and it's only getting better with time. That's why in this video we're going to focus on all the updates that have come since launch day, including new optimizations for some of our favourite games and a big update for the console itself. Which seems like a pretty good place to start now we mention it.
Yes, the latest Xbox console update started rolling out at the end of last month, bringing a ton of new features to get excited about. First, and perhaps most exciting of all, for any fans of Xbox Series X and S's beautifully swooshy dynamic background, is a whole new batch of them. There are 6 in total, complete with their own little light shows for you to enjoy while browsing through your games. But there's a couple I'm partial to, because they're cheeky nods to Xbox history. Ripple is giving off some serious 360 vibes, especially if you switch your theme color to green, and Ribbon goes even deeper with a design that has to be inspired by the console's famous Blades dashboard. There are also a couple new features that'll help make it easier to find games that'll let you make the most of your new console's capabilities. Optimized games, that is, ones that have been built or rebuilt with the increased performance of Series X and S in mind, are now marked with a simple X/S badge to their titles in the My Games and apps, in both the games and full library views. And if you want to see them all in one place, you can now use the filter button to show only optimized for Xbox Series X and S games.
But it's not just specific optimized games that look better on Xbox Series X and S. Back-compat titles can benefit from a host of automatically applied improvements, and one of the most impressive is Auto HDR. Just in case you're wondering, HDR is short for High Dynamic Range, which opens up the range of colors and contrast available on a display. And Auto HDR uses machine learning technology to apply its benefits to older games played on Xbox Series X and S, so they look more vibrant than ever before. And now you can tell which of your games are taking advantage of this feature without having to stare at the colors and figure out whether they look brighter than before or if it's just these new glasses, thanks to the Auto HDR tag. Simply hit the guide button while playing a game and it will show up in the top right hand corner right underneath the time. So now you know for sure. But even if you haven't got an Xbox Series X or S yet, Xbox One owners will still see some of the benefits of this update, like the ability to add family member accounts while setting up the console, making it easier to take advantage of the parental controls, which can then be controlled and monitored through the Xbox Family Settings app on Android and iOS.
Or how about a way to view your current achievement status in the Game Activity tab of the guide overlay? Perfect for keeping an eye on those precious chivos. 1 million gamer score? Here we come. And finally, you can now pre-install certain games that are on their way to Xbox Game Pass. Check the Coming Soon section of the Game Pass app, and you should see some that you can download right now so you're ready to play the second it becomes available. Awesome. But how are you going to stay on top of all those new Game Pass titles, I hear you cry? Well, you could check out our regular Game Pass videos. Just subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and you'll be the first to know about all the latest games hitting the library.
It's a pretty huge update with loads to take advantage of whether you're on Xbox One or on an Xbox Series X or S. But for those of you who've taken the leap into the next gen already, you'll be pleased to know this isn't the only way that the consoles have got even better and next genier since launch. Let's talk games. Xbox Series X and S launched with 30 optimized titles ready to go, and that lineup has only gotten bigger in the last month. With brilliant new releases like Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War and Immortals Phoenix Rising, of course, but also some of our favourite existing games that have received optimized updates since launch day. Oh, and just as a reminder, all of these updates are free, so you don't need to buy the games all over again. Xbox's favourite Spartan was the first to step up with a huge update for Halo, the Master Chief Collection that lets you play all 6 of its classic shooter campaigns and multiplayer suites in an impossibly smooth 120 FPS. If you like getting stuck into ranked matches or testing yourself with an All Skulls Legendary run, you're gonna love what this framerate boost does for your reaction times.
And if you're a couch co-op fan, you'll be pleased to hear that goes for 2-player split screen too. And even if you plug in more controllers, you'll still keep a rock solid 60 FPS with reduced performance throttles to give a fuller experience, even though you're squinting at one tiny corner of the TV. And if playing in FPS at 120 FPS is your idea of a good time, then prepare to break down some barriers with Rainbow Six Siege, which got its optimized update at the start of December. The game offers two modes to choose from: Resolution mode, which will let you play in native 4K on Xbox Series X, and Performance mode, that runs at a bus rate 120 FPS. And whichever mode you choose, all your progression and upgrades will carry across from the previous gen, so you can jump straight in with your favourite operator. Zombie survival game State of Decay 2 got a juggernaut-sized update of its own this month. It not only switched on all those optimized features so you can play at 4K 60 with improved shadow and world detail, but also added a free seasonal selection pack of winter items. And there's even a whole new difficulty level, Lethal, which will truly test your survival credentials with scarcer resources and blood plague variants stepping in for the usual freak zombies.
And if you fancy taking your sporting prowess to the next level, good news, because the next-gen versions of Madden 21 and FIFA 21 are both here. There's a long list of optimized features that basically reinvent both games from the pitch up. Expect enhanced lighting and some truly next-gen movement systems, as well as a whole new game cam in FIFA and improved player data in Madden recorded using chips in the actual players' jerseys. We played the optimized version of FIFA 21 on our Twitch channel and we were absolutely blown away.
Yes! Yes! Look at the scenes! Look at the next-gen celebration! Look at it!
But what if your preferred version of football isn't the American or soccer variety, but rather the kind that's played by rocket-powered cars in glossy futuristic arenas with drivable ceilings? Very specific, but then you need to jump on the new update for Rocket League, which lets you choose between a performance mode that cranks the action up to 120 FPS or quality mode for the 4K fiends out there. Finally, how could we not mention Destiny 2? The optimized version landed on the 8th of December, upping the load times and adding a field of view slider for the very first time, so you can open your world view for a more immersive experience. And for Series X players, you can play the whole game in 4K 60, and over in the PvP Crucible, there's an option to switch to 120Hz for that slight competitive edge. Go on, give it a go. After all, it is your destiny.
This is just the first month of updates on Xbox Series X and S, and as we head into 2021, the future's looking brighter than ever. To stay on top of it all, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and for a sneak peek of these games in action, why not head over to Twitch, where we stream every weekday afternoon. Either way, hit that like button, and we'll see you next time. Bye!